I have just a few more questions about your purchasing job. You do seem to have a lot of jobs.
Tell me about it.
So if I wanted to be one of your suppliers, what would I have to do?
Probably 80% of our purchases are from customer-specified suppliers, and they're from big commodity-type suppliers like Procter& and Gamble and companies like that.
How do you know how much to buy? Do you have some kind of inventory stocking levels?
Most of the items we sell are won by bid and are won for a given time period. For example, this year we won the business for disposable shop cloths for one of the Blockhead Corporation's repair facilities. So we know how much we're going to need for the year, and we can build a purchasing forecast that way. That makes it easier on us because we can negotiate price and delivery. The raw materials on our bottling line have been like that. A company requires a production run of a certain formulation. We have the ability to go out and source chemicals knowing how much we're going to need.
What kind of program do you have for counterfeit and unapproved parts?
Counterfeit kitty litter is not much of a problem industry-wide. We do practically no electronics. We do occasionally buy internal engine components, but in a case like that, it's our policy to buy from authorized suppliers or directly from the manufacturer.
What about hazardous materials? We were out in the receiving department yesterday when Rufus received something that was hazardous but improperly labeled.
Sometimes the customers order by some kind of trade name, and since we are not used to handling that sort of thing, I have no real idea what it is.
So when it shows up at the door, how does Rufus know not to run a forklift through it or smoke near it?
Whoever receives it is supposed to inspect it. We try not to keep anything hazardous on the floor. We try to schedule the outgoing shipping right away so we don't have it around.
Wait a minute. Therefore, the low-wage employee with the least amount of education is expected to figure out a complicated chemical, and Debbie isn't? We know how that's working out. Okay, let's look at a few purchase orders now. Do you have some we can look at?
I have a few right here printed out. Is that okay?
PO 78135 is to Chem Central. They're a chemical distributor, right?
That's right. It's for PBX sanitizer solution.
And they're on your approved supplier list. This is for 6 drums. Why not 5 or 7?
I ordered an extra drum for inventory. They sometimes need an emergency order.
How often does that happen?
Well, our inventory system says we have 3 available in-house right now. But I went out to try to find it this morning, I couldn't. I decided to order extra to fill the order and have some on hand.
Ah, so your order quantity depends on the accuracy of your inventory system. And do you track inventory turns so that you know how much excess inventory you have?
No, we don't track that. We're more focused on making sure the customer gets their order.
Okay, one more thing. What happens if there's a late shipment? Do the suppliers call you and tell you?
That doesn't usually happen. We're in a situation with the supply chain where suppliers don't do a good job of communicating late shipments.
Right. But you need your items to arrive on time for you to be able to meet your own promise dates. How do you tell your customers their shipment is going to be late?
The salesperson, which is sometimes me, is responsible for calling the customers and adjusting the promise date. We build some lead time into our original quote and order acknowledgement. I don't have time to follow all of these orders and tell the customers the status.
Of all of the things in this interview, do you see where this is the most problematic? All of the incentives here are to lie. If the company tells the truth and tells the customers there's a long lead time, they might not get the order. If the company lies and says, sure, we can get it here tomorrow, they're setting unrealistic customer expectations. If the company has a lot of aggressive competitors, including the manufacturer, this is even more problematic. In a general way, the quality policy, which is meeting customer requirements, should prevail in this case. But it doesn't always prevail. We need to investigate whether the company tracks on-time delivery and how it represents its delivery ability to the marketplace.